Hey, Gucci. Hey, Gucci LaFleur. You know, I grew up around my granddad and them, bro. They say when you get married, man, you supposed to always keep your wedding ring on. Always keep your Damn, my bad, Gucci. You don't know where yours is.
Going on, y'all? It's your #1 source for the sauce. We got some breaking news today. So there's this big rumor going around the internet right now that Gucci Mane allegedly was robbed for his wedding ring and his watch. Now, as a man, if this is true, getting robbed for your wedding ring as a gangster rapper gotta be damaging. But anyways, they're also saying, and let me also add, allegedly, he was robbed by Pooh Shiesty and Pooh Shiesty's people. Now, I say allegedly because everything is fresh. This is breaking news. It's still a rumor going around. And it being Pooh Shiesty, somebody who just got out the feds recently, I would hate to throw this man under the bus for something he had nothing to do with, for some views or for some clickbait. Now this whole thing has went so viral between Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty now that it's just impossible to ignore. Everybody is just, you know, finding the clues now and connecting the dots. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what these clues are and that these dots people are connecting that leads people to believe Gucci Mane was robbed for his wedding ring and his watch. And think about it, somebody with that reputation, if he was even robbed for his wedding ring, would even come out and admit to that, right? So here's the first piece of evidence I'm gonna share with y'all. So Hernandez Govan, the person who was recently found not guilty for playing a role in Young Dolph's death, comes out and says this about Gucci Mane.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this, man, but, no, I'm lying. Hey, Gucci Mane, LaFleur. You went and signed 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize Gotti all cause he your wife. Then you dropped them little niggas and killed Pooh.
You also got this piece of incriminating evidence.
Feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your #1 artist. You gotta tighten up, Gucci. All that goofy you were doing. Signing 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee, you ain't never heard them nigga mixtape. Just signing a nigga trying to antagonize a nigga. And you know we know about the other little shit that just happened too. Yeah, we gonna run that later on though, Gucci. She real shiesty around here, I see. Hey, y'all pray for Gucci.
Let's connect the dots now with the video you just seen. So like I said, that was Hernandez, who just recently was found not guilty for the death of Young Dolph, which tells me that he wasn't cool with Young Dolph at all, and he's probably a buddy of Yo Gotti's. So him saying that Gucci Mane signed all these people just to get Yo Gotti mad probably is credible. And just with a search from Google, you could find out that Gucci Mane was never cool with Yo Gotti, that he always sided with Young Dolph. So taking what Hernandez said, most likely a friend of Yo Gotti, he's saying that Gucci Mane was just signing random people from Memphis just to get Yo Gotti mad. So, and he wasn't even really rocking with the people he was signing. But that been probably what caused the friction between Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty, allegedly. Pooh Shiesty just signed him, allegedly, to get Gotti mad, and, you know, didn't invest no money into him. Pretty much just said, you're on your own. Because I do got a post here from Pooh Shiesty recently when he got out of jail, if y'all remember, and he said shout out to a couple people that stood by him when he was locked up, and he didn't mention Gucci's name. Post that tweet right here. And if I do remember correctly, after he got out recently and he dropped FDO, First Day Out, he did say he wanted to leave Gucci's label, didn't he? Pay attention to this now. So after Shiesty said he wanted to leave the label, about a week after, he was seen in the studio making music with Glorilla. And I'm gonna post that picture right here. Now, Glorilla is whose artist? Yo Gotti's artist. Now, Yo Gotti don't get along with who? Gucci Mane. So, after him saying he wants to leave the label, and then we hear that Gucci don't want to let him go, but then we see him working with Glorilla, Yo Gotti's artist. Does that mean something happened prior to that? Well, it might have, because I'm going to tell you what the rumor is and what the word on the street is about what happened between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. I'm going to break down what I heard. So what I heard, and I'm not saying this is what happened, this is just how I heard the way it went down. I heard, like I said, Pooh Shiesty wanted to leave his label because he wasn't getting no love over there at 1017. Gucci Mane wasn't having that, but Pooh Shiesty set up a meeting or something like that. It wasn't around any of Gucci Mane's areas. It might have been like on Cali, or it might have been in Memphis. And I hear that Gucci met up with Pooh Shiesty. They argued back and forth. They didn't come to agreement. Pooh Shiesty left. Then allegedly, they're saying Pooh Shiesty's homies from Memphis got at Gucci, which I don't know if this is true or not. There's two sides to every story. But they're saying, you know, allegedly Pooh Shiesty's goons got at Gucci Mane, made him sign the contract to let Pooh Shiesty out the label, took his wedding ring and took his watch, and that's how he was robbed allegedly, and that's how Pooh Shiesty was let off the label and now making music with Yo Gotti's artists Glorilla. I want to make it clear, I don't believe that's exactly how it happened. I just heard that's how it happened, and I believe there's some truth to it, since that's what's going around right now. But I believe Gucci Mane probably travels with a little bit more security than that, especially when he's going into a sticky situation. Also, I find it hard Gucci Mane's lacking that bad, but you never know, especially when you're around some slimy people. But anyways, I got a little clip of Seti Nash and his side of the story.
Gucci Mane, man, tap in with me, bro. I can get you your ring and your watch back, brother. If y'all don't know, Gucci Mane got his ass robbed. They done took him out of his watch. They done took him out of his ring. That boy stepped in there with security, all type of in his face. Yeah, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. Yeah. Security went for his. They drew down on security. How much more detail I could tell on that one? We ain't finna do all that. But Gucci, if you want your shit back, tap in. Tap in, bruh. Listen, tap in, bruh. You can get your shit. I ain't finna put that shit on goddamn camera or nothing like that. But y'all go see. Y'all go see. Y'all go see. Gucci Mane. Holla at Seti Nash, bruh. You know, I am the streets. I can't be California landlord for no reason, but Gucci Mane got his out, bruh. There's more to the story. We just gonna leave it at that. Y'all want the full YouTube Seti Nash. I'm gonna break it all down for y'all there.